guys, it's Lynn from Bit of Clarity, and in this video, I'll be showing you how I redesigned my iPad. I haven't updated my iPad ever since April. My wallpaper is outdated, and there isn't any organization or structure to my digital workspace. To change that, I'm going to redesign and reorganize my iPad, give it a new look and feel, and walk you through my creative process. So I mainly use my iPad for designing, planning, gathering inspiration, prototyping, sketching and drawing, taking notes, and journaling. I wanted my digital space to inspire me and allow me to be creative. To help with that, I went to Pinterest to find inspiration. After finding some inspiration, I went into creative play mode. I usually generate some cool ideas during my experimentation sessions. While experimenting with different color ideas, I landed on a pretty cool concept involving light and dark. At this stage, I'm not really sure how it'll play out, but I do definitely want to see it in my final look, or incorporate the idea somehow. Guys, I realized that I could only use one column for widgets and that it had to be in landscape orientation. This kind of ruins my previous ideas and concepts, but I guess this is another limitation I have to work around as a designer. I haven't really styled them yet. I just put them into like the appropriate sized widget. So I'm just gonna find a styling that's consistent with the theme I have now. I've been trying to figure out what to do with the widget space I have. I originally wanted to make it look like a video game dashboard, but I can't seem to make it look right with the theme I have going on now. So I'll just have to test out more ideas and unfortunately spend a bit more time on this. So this is the final design. My lock screen is a photo of the stars and the quote, "What you seek, you will eventually find." It reminds me of the limitless possibilities that I have, and it also reminds me to live intentionally and meaningfully. So I incorporated the light and dark theme I talked about earlier. I always loved the concept of a magic portal. I wanted to feel like I was being taken to another realm where I could unleash my creativity. Let me start with my widgets. Earlier you saw me struggle with the first widget. At first, I wanted to have a profile pic or an avatar, but it didn't look right to me in the iOS format. I decided to keep it minimal with a vector self-portrait I made a while back. This widget just personalizes my space and makes it feel more special. My next widget contains my inspirational quotes. I used all the quotes I selected before and put them into a photo album. The quotes in the widget should rotate every hour or so. These are all quotes that inspire me, and it helps to have them visible on my iPad. My next widget is a small calendar that is provided by the Widgetsmith app. I find it to be both functional and aesthetically pleasing, so I decided to put it on my iPad home screen. Next to that is another small widget with some nice photos I collected and put into an album. This widget also changes photos every hour or so. The next two widgets are more functional. I have one that shows me my iPad and Apple Pencil battery, and next to that is a small widget that shows me any reminders I have. My last widget is a sun path from Widgetsmith. This is helpful for me as a YouTuber because it basically shows me the time period I can film, as I only use natural lighting. And that's it for my widgets, so I'll now move on to my app icons. You saw me working on this earlier, but I only redesigned select apps as you can see here. I went with a light pink-purple color for the apps on the home screen, and I put the rest of the apps in folders for convenience sake. I gave the app icons in my dock a different look to help them stand out. These are my most commonly used apps, so I felt like they deserved some extra love. However, I decided to leave the Good Notes icon as is because I feel like it matches the color scheme I have going on. This design took me 2 days to complete. To be frank, I do spend too much time overthinking, but I am really happy with the end product. If you want to see what's on my iPad and the specific apps I use as a creator, subscribe to stay tuned for next week's video. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up to let me know so I can create more content like this. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again next week.